It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Dubco, and this is their IPA. They're based in Bayshore, New York City. It's a 355 milliliter can, and it was imported by Beer Bruvs. We'll get into that in a moment. It's quite exciting, really. I'm looking forward to getting into this beer, getting it into a glass, and seeing what we get. Here we go. Bit of a splash on the opening. Beer in the glass. Oh, look at that for an IPA. Look at that. One finger, white head. Hazy looking IPA. But I'm going to say, just by looking at the beer, yes, it's hazy, but it's looking more like a traditional American West Coast style IPA, especially at, well, I say especially at 6.1%. That could be New England IPA too. But it has the look and feel of a West Coast style IPA. The truth or the whole thing will be getting the nose on it. So a little bit of carbonation, amber, hazy, one finger white head. Let's get that aroma then. Yeah, for me, traditional. I say traditional. Isn't it amazing? Look how far we've come with beer, what I'm calling West Coast style IPA. It's only been around for 30 years. I'm calling it traditional. More of a grapefruit. An orange peel, a fleshy blood orange. It smells good though. It's one of those beers you just want to keep getting the nose of it. Maybe a touch of mango and passion fruit as well. Tinned pineapple chunks. Let's dive in. Cheers everybody. Yeah, definitely traditional or West Coast style of America IPA. But Stone the Crows, what a beer. What a beer this is. Oh. This takes me back to 2010, 2011, 2012, where it was a different market. It was a completely different market over here in the UK. Beer buying was, if you wanted something really hoppy back then, and from a brewer who's been doing it for maybe a long time, then you would look to go to your local bottle shop and you would look to pick up American craft beer, American West Coast style craft beer. How things have changed. How things have changed over here now in the UK. You get in passion fruit, grapefruit, orange peel, fleshy blood orange, very drinkable beer. A little bit of sweetness to begin with, a little bit of bitterness on the back end. Carbonation pushes the beer on the inside of the mouth, releases more of that flavour. Yeah, but this style goes right back. It goes right back, and it reminds me of my very early days of reviewing beer on YouTube. We're in our 12th year. Our 12th year of reviewing beer on YouTube. So if I rock the beer back and forth, you can see that carbonation chasing the head of the glass. Look at the quality of that beer. So if I may talk about this story a little bit. I mean, if you're relatively new to craft beer, or if you've got into craft beer in the last 4 years, and you're watching from the UK, then you will know that there's so many breweries now in the UK producing IPA and New England IPA. But believe it or not, believe it or not, there was a time when if you reliably wanted to get something really, really hoppy, yes, Brewdog were kind of in their infancy, and you could buy Ipa from Thornbridge, which did great things back in the day. Maybe Otley's as well. Otley's produced some really good stuff over here in Wales. But, you know, there wasn't too much going on. I mean, it took till 2012 for Magic Rock to launch. And I think Magic Rock was the tipping point, if you like, of... Well, we had Colonel as well. Colonel were going in London. But Magic Rock were the tipping point. Magic Rock were the floodgates, if you like. Everybody's seen how successful they became. And breweries started popping up in every single town in the UK, every single city in the UK, producing hoppy IPA style beer. Yeah, but going back to it, before that, if you wanted something like this, you'd go to your bottle shop, and I would say at least half of the bottles, because they were mostly bottles back then as well, nothing was really canned, at least half of it was American craft beer. You go into a bottle shop these days, I'd say 95% is British craft beer. And I kind of miss it. Because, of course, my market on YouTube, my market originally, because I used to drink so much American craft beer, was American. Believe it or not, my #1 country on YouTube of where people watch the channel was America. Now it's like 90% UK. Because it's a case of not being able to get hold of the beers like you could on a regular basis. And of course, there's a disinterest then from Americans to watch just British craft beer all of the time. Totally understand it. But it's just the evolution of the channel. It's the evolution of the channel. It's where we've gone. But this takes me right back. I wanted to talk to you about beer brewers. So what they do, they import small style American craft brewers, which you may not have heard of, into the UK, and then they sell it on their website. So I'm trying this Dubco IPA, and you know, if it wasn't for beer brewers, I would have never had a chance to try it. So it's really cool that I have this today. I mean, I'd have to go to Bayshore, New York City to try this beer. But beer brewers have gone over there, checked the brewery out, and they've imported the beer over. I think it's a great business model. I think it's a business model that can work. Check them out, beer brewers, on the internet. I'm going to rate this. It's lovely. It's old school. It's got a lovely bitterness on the back end. Good bit of kind of drinkability and sweetness to begin with. Nicely balanced beer. It's a really good IPA. It's a solid IPA. I like it, I really do. I like it enough to give it a Stone the Crows 9 out of 10. So 9 out of 10 from Really Good Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!